In module 69, we will be discussing policy, professionalism, and practice, and understanding and enhancing teachers' work. These three indicators, these three concepts, the variables, policy, professionalism, and the practice, these are three important elements. And through this, we would how they are decisive in understanding and enhancing teachers' work. How the policy enhance and enables us to understand teachers' work, and how the professionalism helps us in understanding the teacher's work, and how the practice enables someone to understand and enhance the teacher's work. About the professionalism, there has been different concepts and different point of view. It has been taken from the concept of the technical aspect and vocational aspect and the ethical standards. In the profession, you have knowledge, you have technical aspects, you have professional standing. These are the basic concepts from where the professionalism concept emerges. And there are different aspects or the concepts in order to understand the professionalism. The meaning of the professionalism or the nature of the professionalism. For example, the idealistic conception of the professionalism emphasize the special nature of the professional workers. If it is idealistic, special nature. If it is the person is of the special nature, then it is the professional. And in particular, their specialist expertise is associated with ethical virtues of the trustworthiness, collegiality, and services. So these are indicators. If they are included, if they are found in any professional practice, that conception becomes the idealistic conception of professionalism. And the other one is critical conception of professionalism. It emphasizes the exclusionary nature of the professionals, what to include and what to exclude. And this is about critical conceptions. The self-interested ideologies, there are different ideologies, and here it is indicated that those indicate those ideologies which are self-interested, which underpin the mask the claims to special status and influence over others. For example, in Islamic perspectives, teaching is considered as a prophetic profession. So this shows that what should be the status and what should be the influence of this profession. So this is critical aspect of the concept of professionalism. And then there is a plural conception of the professionalism. In order to understand teacher professionalism, there is a need to work with the plural conception of professionalism, which includes all these elements which have been discussed in the different concepts, masalan idealistic and the critical concepts, and the teachers need to do it dialectically, and it should be considered as either a genuine concern about standards, ethics, and doing one's job well, or what should it be? This is the one of the situations or the illustration, and as a legitimating discourse that reproduces particular form of identity, power, and inclusion or exclusion, but as simultaneously both of these things. About the status, ethics, and inclusion of the powers, exclusion of the powers. And another aspect is professionalism as a mode of the social coordination. On the basis of the professionalism, how it requires social coordination. In this mode, it provides or it competes with and provides some isolation from both markets and the bureaucratic forms of the organization, because these are traditional bureaucratic, and the market has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 very specified digits and the requirements, the rules one has to follow. Bureaucratic firm requires 1, 2, 3, 4. You have not a chance to deviate. So this social mode of the social coordination is apart from these two basic lines of basic concepts, that is the bureaucratic and the market. And the professional mode of the coordination, basically the trust is key component of the professional mode of the coordination, which entails the contract between professional and the wider society. And we all agree that the professional and the professional people have respect in the society, and then if when these both professional and the society coordinate, there is a contract between both of them, contract of the respect, contract of the recognition, contract of the dignity. And in this mode, professional groups provide expertise and the standards, and in turn these are trusted to do their job. To function in this way, professionalism, the professional groups need a certain amount of the social powers. If the professional groups have no social power and no direct relation with the society, and there may be unbecoming results, and collective autonomy, and to show why professionals can and ought to be trusted, as doing a good job involves being a position of fully deploy one's expertise and to shape what gets done.